All right, testimony part 3. Here we go. Let's see. So I became a social recluse. That lasted for 3 years, the last year of which is when I went downhill. Finally, at some point, my mom broke out of her depressive episode, and she decided to come and get us back. And realized that my dad had shipped us off to Alabama, and she was pissed. So she goes and sorry, I had to grab something. She goes and picks us up from southern Georgia all the way to Alabama, and in tow are my 2 older half brothers. I hadn't seen in 3 to 4 years at that time. I'm very close with my oldest brother. And her boyfriend, Bradley. Find out about that guy in a bit. So we drive up to Alabama. At this point, when my mom walked in the door, my little brother saw her, and he went reaching out with arms wide open. Love you, Mom. I missed you so much. I'm so glad you're here. You're my hero. And I almost quite literally walked out the door without thinking of anybody. I was a social recluse. I hated everyone, and I hated her too for leaving me in that situation where I was abused for 3 years with my paternal step-grandmother. We drive back to Georgia, and it didn't take very long, about maybe 3 or 4 months, before I saw Bradley hit my mom over stupid stuff, like really stupid things. And he didn't just slap her. He would haul off and punch her with closed fist. He would break her nose. Bloodied nose, bloodied face. At one time he ran her over with a truck and broke her ribs. The things this man did to my mother were absolutely horrible. And the sad part is, when I saw that, she was the only person I could really associate with. I could really understand and say, I know how you feel. You must know how I feel. Sorry, it's like 3 a.m. So I would force myself to watch my mother get beaten several times, over and over again, all the time, for well over a year, maybe 2, I forget how long that was. I was 13, 14 years old at this time. So I'd stand in a tree and I'd watch them. So I'll tell you what happens next on part 4, I believe.